has to do a lot with religion and fantasy and other ideas, being like having different music and colors and animals, ideas that bring you into a completely different world.
Yeah, to me, this piece has a magical quality to it, and it's called the Magic Mountain, and it really reminds me of Harry Potter because of like the purple lighting in it, and you can see into the little windows if you look closely enough, and you could see a whole scenery inside, which I think is really fascinating.
At first when I looked at it, I just couldn't believe that it was an interpretation of the going to the temple, which I thought was like more of a regular, everyday kind of scene where people are going to the temple to perform their prayers, and they're going to the temple, which is a place of which is an ideal place to be in a difficult world, I guess. And yet, even in the Magic Mountain, the hierarchy, it's sort of, you still have that same struggle to achieve, to go to that top place where the crystals are, to regenerate energy and stuff like that, but it's more of an ideal state.
I mean, the music that's playing now kind of brings me into my own fantasy, how my mother and I would listen to old Italian music alone in the car, like thinking of the great feeling it would give you, like feeling enlightened. Just how at the top, when a young child arises from the top of the mountain, you almost feel enlightened, as if they've reached their complete and utter nirvana.
I feel even though like both pieces, the Magic Mountain and going to the temple, are both like physically different because of the material and how they're made, I also feel that they're connected, because if you see going to the temple, it's like a general and more broad view of the mountain, and if you could, and if you were able to zoom into that painting, you would be able to see what Meghan Boody created with the Magic Mountain.
I mean, what Meghan Boody created almost kind of reminds me of a nativity kind of scenario, with purple representing the color of Lent, and the child coming from the top representing the birth of Jesus in the Christian belief. So it kind of relates to how she thought of this as the birth of her own child, and how she related how this made her feel as a mother as well.
To me, the painting is more like of a third-person perspective. Like you're looking at the community and their goings on. And in Meghan Boody's interpretation, it's more of your individual hopes and how you perceive everything else around you.
This piece, Magic Mountain, really gives off like a peaceful feeling to me because of the music. It's like so calm and soothing, and I just really like it.
I mean, this CC room kind of reminds me of, like, as a child having a mobile kind of circling around you while you're in your crib or something. And I guess this is the feeling Meghan wanted to give her child.